Well, schmack-a-magab, everybody. I got another donation here from Mr. Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith was one day when I was on live, and he said, hey, you ever heard of Gentle Giant? And actually, I've never heard Gentle Giant. I am so out of the loop because one of these albums is 1974, and where I heard of Gentle Giant was Pete Pardo of Sea of Tranquility. I've heard him talk about it a lot now. Pete likes a lot of the progressive stuff, so that's why I kind of like, I'm not really into like early Genesis and Yes and stuff like that. Though I love the song Changes from Yes. So I figured it was going to be more of that, so. But, I just also want to say that I really dig Pete Pardo, and I love his channel, Sea of Tranquility, and yeah, I've seen some negative comments here on my channel about Pete, and I don't know, man. I guess people just don't like people that state opinions. I know this from personal experience, because Pete's so chill. He just goes on there and he talks about what he likes. He doesn't like bash anybody. He's not a pickle whistler. Far from it, man. And I dig him, man. Even if I don't agree with all this stuff and some of the stuff I don't like, he likes a lot of stuff I like. Like, he loves Kansas but whatever, you know what? He's popular. He's very popular on YouTube, and it comes with the territory. The more subscribers and views you get, the more haters you get. It's, in other words, if you don't have haters, you're doing it wrong. So, I think people that don't set out to piss people off, and they piss people off, that's pretty awesome. So Pete's pretty awesome for that. And so am I. Alright, so let's go. The first album is called Power and the Glory, and that's going against Civilian, right? Never heard of this band before. I'm prepared for it. I was like, it's going to probably be some progressive stuff I'm not into. So here's what I think about it. First song is called Proclamation. I hope I spelled it right. And man, so strange, but I love it. It was so cool, it is kind of progressive and weird, but it connected. Sometimes I surprise myself with the weird stuff I like, because this is not my wheelhouse, but yet I dug it. I thought, man, this is a cool song. But I'll be honest with you, this song was so weird that I was hoping it was going to win, but it doesn't, because it goes against a song called Convenience, Clean and Easy, and honestly, it kind of upset me, because this one's more straightforward, and I didn't want to give it to that one. I wanted to give it to the weird one, to the one that I would normally not like, but I couldn't, because this song, Convenience, was awesome. I had to give it to that. So, one for Civilian. Next, So Sincere. Wow. This is really out there. But oddly cool. I like this, Jacob. It's awesome. And that goes against All Through the Night. Killer. Love the riff. And this dude, here's the weird thing. This guy, whatever his name is, he sings on both these albums, but I see on Civilian, he sounds a lot like Pete Townsend to my ears. Got this Pete Townsend, and I love Pete Townsend's voice. I love Roger Daltrey's voice too. If I had to pick, and it's a tough decision, I'd go with Townsend. I really would, but I love Daltrey. Again, it hurts, because I want to give it to So Sincere, but I can't. I thought All Through the Night was a better tune, so another one for Civilian. Next one, Aspiration. I dig it. It's chill all the way through. It's got this real chill vibe. I dig it a lot. And that goes against Shadows on the Street, which is chill as well. It does pick up a little, and then goes back to the chill, and I really love this one too. But you know what? I'm going to give that one to Power and the Glory. It's pretty much tied. But whatever, man. I figure, give Power and Glory, I'm giving Power and the Glory a point because I want to. And I think it's a tie, but I felt like, man, this is some good stuff that I'm making lose. All right, next one is called Playing the Game. This music to me it's kind of challenging, but cool. I'm really loving this. This is really cool stuff. And that's going against number one. Wow. This is so good. Seriously, thank you, Jacob. I'm going to give this one, though, to Power and the Glory. But I do love both these songs. I thought this was great. All right, next one's called Cogs and Cogs. And this one, man, it sounds so much like Kansas. Early Kansas. And, they've been around longer than Kansas, but this album came out the same year the first Kansas came out. So, I can't say Kansas ripped them off, but they probably did, because maybe they have songs that sound like this on prior albums, because Power and the Glory is not their first album. But I dig it, man. It's really cool. All right, next it goes into it's going against a song called Underground. Well, seriously, where has this band been all my life? This has been badly promoted because, I think I'm pretty hip to the rock game, man. 70s stuff, and, even though this one is kind of like 80s, I believe this Civilian's 80s. Hear that rain? It's raining out there. Yeah, I said this is amazing, and I'm giving it to Underground. All right, next one's called No God's a Man. I beg to differ. So, it's not bad, this song, but I like all the songs from both albums more than this one. And that's going against I Am the Camera. And yeah, I'm not digging this one. Maybe I'll dig it more with more listens, but this one was a little too happy and just didn't really do much for me. And I'm actually going to give it No God's a Man, even though Lemmy's God. All right, next. The Face. I like the use of the violin, the weird little violin notes that are going through the song. I think it's a cool tune. And that one's going against Inside Out. Love it. This is like a total headspace music type thing. This stuff, I bet you anything would sound amazing on headphones. Turn off the lights, man. Good stuff, man. And I'm giving it to Inside Out. Now we're getting to the last track, which is called Valedictory. Nice. I can hear the 70s proggy stuff. Usually not into this, man, but I get it. I get it. It's accessible to my ears, even though it is proggy. And that's going against It's Not Imagination. Not bad at all, but you know what? I'm going to give another one to Power and the Glory. So in the end, Jacob, thank you, by the way. Power and the Glory got 3. Civilian got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty close, but Civilian came out of the gate winning all those points over awesome songs, man. I want to thank you, Jacob. And I want to apologize to Pete Pardo if you're watching, man. I should have listened to you, man. When you kept talking, he keeps bringing up Gentle Giant over and over again. And I'm like, I avoided it. And you know what? I also heard Martin Popoff, who's been on this channel, the great Martin Popoff, go on Pete's channel and loving on the Clash. I heard Pete couldn't stand the Clash. Pete even bought London Calling, hated it. Man, and I avoided it too, because I always hated the Clash. When I heard Pete say, I can't get into it, I was like, duh. But then the great Chuck Charles, Flanagan's made me do London Calling against I don't know what, and I loved it. I loved London Calling. So I agree with both Pete and Martin. I wonder if Martin likes Gentle Giant. I bet he does. Martin's hip, man. Anyway, Jacob Smith, dude, I gotta thank you. You did what Pete Pardo couldn't do. But then again, you asked me to do this. That's why, And I really dig this, dude. I mean, I couldn't get into No God's a Man and I Am a Camera, that much. I think there was only one song off each album I really didn't dig. And that's a great, I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for. You know? If you know what word I'm looking for, leave it in the comments below. Even though it's too late, I can't say it now. But, you know, all I can say is that I was really, really... I love when I get into a band that plays music that's not in my wheelhouse. It's a very weird and very, very rare thing. I think only Jacob and Chuck Charles are the only ones to do it. Now, I know there's many of you out there that asked me to do hard rock and metal albums I never heard of before, and I got turned on to that too, and I want to thank you all as well. But this one is a little different, you know, it's like music I don't normally like. And I think Gentle Giant executes it so well. Now, I know they have a gazillion albums, and when I have time, because I'm a very busy man, I'm going to venture into some of those other ones. I heard somebody tell me, because after I heard this, I talked to a friend, and my friend told me, check out the album Octopus. It's really cool. So I will. But Jacob Smith, you rock, my brother. Thank you so much. And thank you for the donation. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. So, stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. Hey, give Gentle Giant a chance. You might like it. But maybe you're looking at me like I looked at Pete Pardo and won't. What are you going to do? And smack 'em a gaba.